I stand in the presence. I would like to bring you your celebrations and invitations for the week coming. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Father's Day to all the men. And I'd like to welcome back Shipley and Jane from the Seven Seas. It's good to have you back. Okay, I'm going to ask Bill Free to come up for the first announcement on Summer Treasures.
Thank you. Good morning. Namaste.
Hey, Bill.
Bless you.
Right, namaste.
Thank you. Just want to remind everyone that the 29th, Saturday, the June 29th, is our Summer Treasures sale, and we're still looking for items that you would like to offer for the sale in excellent condition. We seem to be getting a few things that really belong at Goodwill. We don't really want to mess with that. We want good stuff that is a treasure. It's something that you really kind of don't want to part with, but you feel the energy is time to send it on to the divine. And we just want to ask you to don't forget. Everyone seems to be saying, well, I forgot it, I left it. So on Wednesdays, we're here to receive those items, and then after the service or before the service. And then also, I'm still looking for people that like to be, kind of negotiate or be at tables for sales. And so if you want to be, if Mickey will, so if you want to be involved in the sale day on Saturday, there's a sign-up sheet out in Sacred Service and Hospitality, so be sure and put your name down, and I'd love to see you show up for that. We're going to be here at 7:30 for the early birds for setup, and the yard sale lasts until 3 o'clock. So thank you for helping us to be prosperous and to join us in the Summer Treasures program.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for doing this, Bill, for us. Thank you for serving. Okay, on June 23rd, there's going to be a Oneness Blessing workshop. What this is basically is to learn about the Oneness Blessing and to receive it. It's going to be from 11:45 to 12:30, and Reverend Nancy McNeely will be leading that. Are you learning from joy or pain? Well, if you're learning from joy, disregard what I'm going to say. If you're learning from pain, please come to a workshop that Tammy Holmes, author of Remembering One Once Again, will be having also on June 23rd from 12:30 to 2:30. It's going to be an interactive workshop going through the 12 principles to learn from joy. You can learn how to be your best self every day. Now I'd like to bring up Maddie Torville to talk about her Thriving class.
Thank you. Well, I've got my cheat sheet in case I forget anything, but I'd like to invite you to join me beginning Monday the 24th for the practice of thriving. It's based on Edwin Gaines' 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. And we're going to go really deep into what it means to thrive and what stops us from thriving. So we're going to take a look at the emotions, the thoughts, the habits that get in our way of really experiencing a consciousness of thriving. This is a tithing class, and I'm not going to stand here and promise you that if you take the class that your wallet will be 10 times fatter in 5 weeks. Although we all know anything is possible, and that's possible. But I wanted to share with you, for me, the true gift and the potential that lies in tithing, and that is in bringing forth our resistance and illuminating our uniquely human need for control. And I found in teaching these prosperity courses that nothing blows control issues out of the water like a good conversation about tithing. But there's really a gift in that, and I have watched myself and people move through these conversations around tithing and really see them get triggered. And what I've observed about that is the very things that trigger you about tithing are the same patterns that are showing up in all other areas of your life. So I'm really inviting you to take a quantum leap from spiritual understanding to really starting to embody and master these spiritual principles and step into the opportunity of observing what stops us. Because when we start to observe it, it starts to have less power, and that's when you can let go and let God and begin to really tithe with joy and thrive with joy. And that's what this class is about. So if you're up to that, please join me. This is not a drive-by, drop-in class. This is really a 5-week commitment because we're going to go deep together and really create a sacred space for this unfoldment. So sign up in hospitality, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk to you after service. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. I'll see you there, Maddie. The last announcement. How many people here are on Facebook? How many people like to be friended on Facebook? Well, not many. Unity's going to do old school. On June 30th, we're having Friendship Sunday. In your bulletin, there's a card, beautiful card, that was made. Please bring a friend, or 12, on Sunday, June 30th. At least one. And show them just how beautiful we are here, and just show them the power of this church. We'd love to welcome them in here. So, Friendship, June 30th, Friendship Sunday. And that's it. Enjoy the service.
When you don't know where you're going, hardly know where you've been. You're worried and frightened and feeling you've nowhere to turn to. All you need is a little faith, a little hope, lots of love. No one said love would be easy. We all have pain and broken hearts. And when your soul longs for comfort, all you need is a little faith, a little hope, lots of love. And you can believe life is full of mystery. Miracles happen every day. Take a deep breath and breathe out a prayer, and you So when you're feeling much better, be grateful your spirit is at ease. The next time you're facing a challenge, just remember all you need is a little faith, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little hope, lots of love. A little faith, a little hope, lots of love.
So I invite you to take that energy of faith, hope, and love into your hearts. Let's stand and take someone's hand if you feel comfortable doing so. And we'll come into the fullness of the awareness of the Spirit as we join in singing Surely the Presence. And let us pray. I invite you to take a moment and place your hand upon your heart and say again, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place, deep within my being. Our elder brother and way shower, Jesus the Christ, said to us, seek first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. To seek first the kingdom is to seek first the vibration, the energy field, the resonant field of the divine. And as we align our minds with divine mind, we are lifted in the spirit, and we become a magnet to our good. Grace is the energy of God's good moving through the world. And we cannot make grace happen, but we can make it welcome by being in the vibration that is aligned with the Spirit. And one element of that vibration is expectation. If you have come this morning with any expectation of littleness, doubt, worry, fear, uncomfortableness, any negative expectation, or expecting that second shoe to drop, I invite you to loose it and set it free, to release it and ask it to be transformed, that you might come with an expectation of good, an expectation of blessings, an expectation of hearing exactly what you need to hear, an expectation of treasures, divine treasures. God is always sourcing us with all manner of good, and we simply need to make ourselves available to it. And when we align ourselves with this vibration, this resonant field that we stand in, that is exactly what we do. God is here in all its fullness, and we give thanks that this is so. Amen and amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Jillian Clark, who is our guest singer today, and she's a great friend of John Davies. She has a wonderful center that supports cancer research for children, and it's really wonderful to have you here today. And her opening song for the Congo is I Am Who I Am.
I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. Every day I have a choice, given to my inner voice. The fears of face gives me the grace to fly. When I start to look within, that's where my true strengths begin. Comes alive in ways I can't deny. I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. I don't wanna be just anybody, I only wanna be me. I don't wanna be just anybody, I only wanna be me. I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. I am me, I am who I am, I am who I'm gonna be. Walking in the spirit, moment by moment, fulfilling my own destiny. Destiny, fulfilling my own destiny. Fulfilling my own destiny.
Jillian Clark. Thank you, Jillian. There's no better reminder than our I am, our divine essence. Bless you. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Unity on the River. I'm Reverend Shipley Allenton, and we are a center of celebration. I welcome everyone who's out there in streaming land. Great to have you all here with us. Let's remember who we came here to be by saying our vision statement and our mission statement together. Our vision. Centered in love, we joyously co-create a world of oneness, peace, and harmony. And the mission for this center, we are a vibrant spiritual community that celebrates the presence in all and awakens humanity to its divinity. Yes. We're back, and we're better than ever! So Jane Cowan, your Director of Operations, and I went on the Unity People's Convention last week, and it just happened to be on a cruise that went to Haiti and Jamaica and Cozumel, Mexico. Somebody had to do it. It was magnificent. We heard Roger Teal from Mile High Living Enrichment Center in Denver, Colorado, and we heard Jane, who was it? Okay, she's not here. Peter Russell, wonderful, wonderful spiritual teacher. And my favorite guru of present, Gary Simmons, gave 3 seminars. We heard 2 of his seminars. Now, he is the designer of the Eye of the Storm and the Art and Practice of Living with Nothing and No One Against You. So it was a magnificent trip, and I'll bring you back elements of it throughout the day. Today is Father's Day, and we'd like to honor all those who are presently are wanting to be or about to be fathers. Would you stand up so we can just acknowledge you and the gift that you are? Yeah. Blessing you, Father. Yeah. Woo! Men of Unity, you are beautiful souls. So wonderful to see you today. My heart is filled by seeing your presence. There are 3 men that are going to, 2 of them are fathers, well, all 3 are fathers, and one of them is a grandfather, and they are going to be sharing with you today. So you are in for something very special. We are in the month of our summer treasures, the month of June, and today we are going to look at unexpected treasures. Those things that come to us by grace that you just never know where they came from, but we will talk about that more. But I want to just give you something that came from the cruise. Unity Worldwide Ministries, kind of works behind the scenes. Unity World, if you're not familiar with the structure of Unity, there are 2 arms. There's Unity Worldwide Ministry that oversees all the ministries, and then there's Unity School. And Unity School or Unity Institute has the ministerial program, it has the licensed teacher program, it has a retreat center, it has 1,500 acres. It's a beautiful, beautiful center. It also has a publishing center. Unity Worldwide Ministries is struggling financially, and so there was a lot about that this week. One of the things, though, that they did, which I thought was such a wonderful thing, they've had to cut expenses in many, many different places, but they gave their staff a 3% raise and return to their benefits, which they had taken out previously. So that was a wonderful, wonderful thing to hear. But Unity School struggles somewhat also, but because they are so present, they get large donations, and they are doing some amazing things, and I wanted you to hear about them, because you probably don't hear about Worldwide Ministries. I hope you will go online to unity.org and see all of this. But this definitely was an unexpected treasure for me to hear about all this. First of all, how many of you are familiar with the Unity Tower, the light that shines for you? Right. If you ever go to Unity Village, that's the first thing that you will see from miles and miles away. Well, it was built in 1929. It's in disrepair, so it's been under a project to restore it. And what they're creating there is a healing center. And there are 7 floors in the tower, and each one is going to represent one of the chakras. So they are going to it's going to be called Awaken Whole Life Center, Nurturing the Body, Mind, and Spirit. And so they'll answer the phone by saying, "Awaken at Unity Village." Is that cool? So they're going to have 30 to 40 retreats in a year, healing retreats, and the first one is called Power Up. It will have to do with the 12 powers of Bill and Cher Holden. So they also have just rebuilt, one person's donation, rebuilt the whole fitness center, which is under the administration center. So the beautiful new top-of-the-line fitness center. World Day of Prayer this year, it's actually September 12th, begins on September 11th. Larry Dossey is going to be the keynote speaker. I don't know if you all are familiar with him. Some of the things that they're going to have an activities gala with music, food, acrobatics, and a 5K tower run, because they're going to be dedicating the tower, the new tower, on that day, which is very fun. They're also going to have yoga in the park, which is normally done somewhere in Kansas City, but this year they're doing it at Unity Village. So people will come from all over to see what's happening at Unity Village, and they're having a Jedi workshop, Power of the Mind. I think that, Yoda, let's go. In the spring, there is for people on the licensed teacher path, there's SEE courses being offered on a Mexican cruise. Anybody want to go to that? There's a new path for ministers. They can follow science and spirituality. I want to go back to school. That's my life. Silent Unity has shifted their prayers. Wait till you hear this. Talk about the art and practice permeating everything. The prayers will reflect that we are responsible for our own experiences. It doesn't mean they're going to be not going to be loving and compassionate, but they'll give you, they'll reflect back to you. Maybe there's something that you can do here when you call Silent Unity. If you've never called Silent Unity, please do. It is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Have given daily word. Oh, what did I write there? Oh, did you know? Did anybody hear Oprah with Maya Angelou? We're going to hope to put this on our website. Maya Angelou spoke and praised and praised and praised unity, and with Oprah. And so did Jason Collins, who is the gay basketball player that just came out. Held up the Daily Word, talked about millions of dollars worth of media advertising that we got blessed with. So we're going to put both of those YouTube clips on. I know, is that cool? Yay, Oprah. The Daily Word has a new publication called Evening Reflections. This is to help you with your dream life. Be intentional about your dream life. So it hasn't quite come out yet, but that's something that's coming. And I'm wondering if anybody wants to take this on. There's a summer book club. You get 3 books. One of them is Robert Brummett's new book, Living Originally, and you get a little book bag, and you can join in study groups and have a book club together. So is that fun? Yeah. Okay, we call it all good. Is there anything else I was supposed to say? Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to play something with you. So just breathe. And I want you to notice what you're noticing when I give you this request. I'm going to invite you, and you don't have to close your eyes, you're going to have your eyes open, to pick up all your belongings and move to another seat. So if you usually sit in the back, I want you to sit in the front. If you usually sit on the left, turn to the right. And you can take people with you. The point is, I'll tell you what, you have 2 minutes to do this in. Thank you. All right, this is not namaste time. Just find your seats. We'll have a namaste still coming. Okay, find your seats. Everybody find your seats. I do. This is like that, what's that Mexican hat dance? You going around? Okay, sit down wherever you are.
Music's about to stop. Get ready.
And just
Get a chair.
notice what you were thinking about that. Do you know that we are not a church that's here about making you comfortable? We are here at church about transformation. We say it every week. Okay, so I want you to notice what you noticed when you did that. At the end of the service, I want you to notice if there were any blessings that you received by moving your seat to a new place. Okay. Unexpected treasures. Is there anyone celebrating with us for the first time? I hate it here. I have to move already? No, okay. Wonderful. Yes. We welcome all past to God. We love having you here. Anybody else? Is there anyone else? Oh, just keep your hands up so that we can give you a flower. Please, no. Jillian. Make sure we get Jillian a flower. Absolutely. And after the service, you keep that flower. Someone will come introduce themselves to you and ask if you have any questions and give you a CD that tells you more about us. Keep those hands up. Yeah. Beautiful. Lacey, I'm just seeing, did you look at these gorgeous, it's Mountain Laurel. Lacey brought the flowers today. Oh, they're gorgeous. Nice. We're open to receive anyone's blessing through flowers from their garden. Thank you so much. All right, now you can take a moment to greet each other, and we invite you to say, I see you, I see who you really are, I bless you. So she's not. Okay, deep breath. We're here by divine appointment, and we're here to love. And we welcome Maura Lynch, and love is my decision.
Thank you, darlings. Thank you. Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision. It's right here and now. Love is my decision. And it's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. And no one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love, it is my decision. It's my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. Oh, it's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision, right here and now. It's my decision, right here and now. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Maura. Right. So, unexpected treasures. Unexpected treasures are those things that come to us out of the blue. As Mary Morrissey says, so just where is that blue? Yeah. It's the things that just appear. It's things or people or situations or circumstances that you didn't expect, that you didn't do anything to deserve, you feel like. And they just sort of appear. Such as, I have never, ever in my life been, had a longing to travel. I am a Cancer. I'm a homebody. I like staying home. So I've never put on my vision board travel, different places to travel, except for Hawaii. I did want to go to Hawaii. So, just so you know, since I have become a minister in 1994, 97 full-time, I have been probably to 15 states in this country, including, I've been to San Diego, I've been to Sedona, I've been to Fort Lauderdale. But on top of that, I have been to Aruba. I've been to Jamaica and Haiti and Mexico. I've been to Cancun. I have been to Peru. I have been to Israel. I have been to Alaska. I can't even remember. So, unexpected treasures? The only thing I can think, what? Iowa. I don't think I'm in Iowa. We always say in Unity, wherever we go, we carry our light. We carry the light of unity. And so, especially like when we went to Haiti this year, and we went to Detroit last year, we felt we were carrying our light and blessing. Because other than that, I cannot explain that unexpected treasure. I align unexpected treasures with grace. I actually think that unexpected treasures are an expression of grace. And grace is the pouring out of God's good. We are always being sourced with God's good, no matter what. It's for us to learn to open to receive it. So when you're in the right place at the right time, or the right person shows up at the right time, or somebody calls you just when you need it, that's an unexpected treasure. And that is God's grace in action. So I'd like to ask up the first gentleman, Father, who will speak to you. Christian Hayes, would you want to come on up here? Christian, how long have you been coming to Unity? You're relatively new, aren't you? How many? 2 years. Well, he's very wise. He's very wise, as you will see. Thank you, Christian. I'll give you this.
I stand in the presence.
Namaste.
My name is Christian Hayes. My wife, Kayla Cooper, and myself have been coming for about 2 years. And I'd like to open up with a quote that I first heard here at Sunday service approximately 2 years ago when we first started coming. And the quote was, "Your children pick you, you don't pick them." When thinking about treasure, most people feel as though they need to search and dig for it. When you are picked by your child, you receive the most precious treasure that you could ever hope for. No shovel or digging required. The most recent examples of unexpected treasures for us as a family have all happened within the last 2 weeks. We live in a small condo complex and do not really have much of a backyard for Cooper to play in or to put things in, and we do not have a community pool within the complex either. This is a problem for us because Cooper thinks he's a fish and he loves the water. My wife and I started looking into the local YMCA primarily for the pool. Literally the same day, one of our biggest treasures in our lives, our best friends, Patrick and Ray, called us and asked if we would like to put a pool in their rather large backyard. A couple of days later, on a Sunday, we were about to head over to help Patrick and Ray with the pool. We were pulling out of the Unity parking lot and received a call that they had already assembled it and it was done. The following week, a family member called us and asked if we wanted a swing set that they no longer had a use for. And guess who quickly volunteered their backyard for the swing set? Patrick and Ray, of course. After adding a small sandbox, Cooper now has an oasis of his own. One of our friends who watches Cooper twice a week for us needed a favor from me. She needed me to pick something up that wouldn't fit into her car. She asked if we could do it the following day, which was a Saturday. She wouldn't tell me what it was when I was picking it up and kept it kind of a secret. Now keep in mind that Saturday is a day that I truly treasure. It's the one day during the week that Cooper and Dada hang out while Mom's working. When we arrived at the house, a woman came out looking excited with a perfect condition Radio Flyer tricycle that my wife and I had just started looking at and looking into for Cooper. It converts for different ages, heights, and whatnot. He loves it. All of these examples solidify my belief that treasures are not only the typical items that bring joy and convenience into our lives, but the most important treasures are the friends, the family, and the random acts of kindness that surround us on a daily basis. We have also realized that treasures are part of a chain. One treasure always leads to another. My family and I are truly thankful to have discovered the treasure that we call unity. We are forever grateful for this wonderfully loving and accepting family. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. His message reminded me of the Khalil Gibran quote, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you." I just want to remind us all that our children come on purpose, and they come as our teachers. They teach us a lot about letting go. Has anybody tried to ever control a situation with their children? Yes. They teach us about rising up higher, to be the people that we want our children to be. That's what you said in your last message that I read. They remind you that you need to be the model that you want to see, that you want to represent for them. And they remind us, when we're in their presence, we are reminded of our own holiness and the reason for which we incarnated. So our next messenger is Ed Doris. Ed, how long have you been coming? 3 or 4 years. Another wise one. He has been my prayer partner in the past, so I totally trust he's going to have the most wonderful things to say. And his 2 sons are here. Bless you, darling. 20 minutes. Just so the men all know that if it's over 3 minutes, Maura starts playing.
I told her I got it down from 30 to 20 minutes. When Shipley made us move, somebody left these really nice bifocal sunglasses. Who's on it? Kevin, don't stay. Where's Kevin back? He was going to be my timer. Anybody? Bifocal. There you go. You won a pair of glasses. Yay, congratulations. The price is right. Where's my timer? He's not here. You're going to play, though, 3 minutes? Or? Doesn't mean I'll stop. Hi, everyone. You're beautiful souls. I see that in you. Don't start the timer yet until I start talking. My dad had this, he passed away in '98. He was a 6'4" big Irishman. He would cry when Danny Boy played. He had a lot of pain from past stuff, a lot of, pain in his life. He always saw me, I was really a crazy kid up until 26, when I got some help and all sorts of trouble. And you know what, it's amazing. I thought back of the times he encouraged me, and for some reason he saw, what I didn't see, what I'm becoming, now, the unfolding process now. He saw that. And that's the best gift I can give my son with your help, because the unity principles really dial this in for me. All the principles, all the practices we do help me see them and see their Christ essence. And it gets cloudy sometimes. I have a 10-year-old and a 16-year-old, so it can get murky. And I've sworn at them. I've yelled. I've been upset. I've gotten much better with these principles, but I always go back to the unity principles, and they see this man who, when he does wrong, he apologizes, he forgives, he works, he talks to them about tithing, giving of money, time, talent, treasures. We have talks all the time. One of my unexpected treasures, it was hard for me because I call it snap, crackle, and pop. There's so many treasures that come up all the time. Right there. When you're connected, when you're in there, you just see him all the time. So it's like there's so many. A beautiful one with, I gave him a challenge to do some random acts of kindness the next day, and I got Danny at school, and Danny said I did 3 instead of 1. To see the beauty of the principles of giving, And my son Kevin, a few weeks back, said, I just want to do this for you. And he's 16, so you understand that. I can say that he's in the bathroom. He's 16, so to have that and talk about giving and receiving and all these things, it's such a beautiful thing to take prayer, man. And one of the principles, you got to live it. You got to live the truth. You can't know the truth. Living the truth is when I get upset and I act outside of my Christ essence, that I apologize, I look at it, I pray on it, I find out the root cause, and I just don't say I'm sorry. And I see where I can get back and connect to that Christ essence. That's how I honor, value, and love them, by doing that. And then the things that come up, the forgiveness. I've been a single dad. I have them half the week for, the last 3 or 4 years, from like Saturday or Sunday through Wednesday morning, the treasures of making them breakfast intentionally, the first shift Kevin, then the second shift Danny, and blessing the food and blessing them and seeing them as the powerful, strong boys they are, growing into their Christ consciousness every second of every moment, and taking that meditative time to make breakfast, not as an inconvenience, but as a loving moment. That's so cool. That is so cool. To be able to go, I had to do a lot of forgiveness work. There was a separate divorce that was really difficult, a lot of pain, a lot of things that I had to deal with in it, and it took a lot of work of your principles. I had to set my alarm 3 times a day. I prayed like Daniel. When he got into the lion's den, he was fine. And when anger, resentments came up, the beeper would go off, and I get into prayer. I got to a level of forgiveness. This past February, we went to the Bahamas together as a family, and we had the best vacation ever. And that's one of the best gifts. And I'm closing, so don't play. This is one of the best gifts I could give my kids, and the treasure of loving their mom. And love is a verb. It's action, Like John Mayer said, Scott Peck in The Road Less Traveled, and all the religious teaching and what we say here, it's action, live it, right? And it's hard sometimes, but the best thing I can do for my kids, love their mom. Love their mom, and that's what we teach here. They were talking about tithing and loving and all that stuff. It ain't easy, but when I do it, I get gifts like going to the Bahamas, and we had the best time ever, and I got to connect with my 16-year-old while she played with the 10-year-old, and all these beautiful things in our lives that come about, from making breakfast to that, to my kids starting to birthing these principles. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Beautiful. I've heard a lot about his spiritual parenting, and I am in awe and in admiration of how Ed parents his 2 boys. It's very beautiful. So with unexpected treasures and grace, sometimes the gifts that we receive, the treasures that we receive, don't look like blessings, do they? Sometimes they look really challenging, but we know in unity, and I am so glad that this community is doing the art and practice of living with nothing and no one against you. I'm telling you, because I hear about challenges that different congregations have, and we know in this congregation that nothing is against us. In fact, everything is for us, because everything is always informing us. It's just a mirror telling us how we are being. So my very, very best minister friend, Eileen Gore, was on this trip with us, and she told a story when her son was 4, and they were in a grocery store, and she had very little money, but she was getting through, and her son kept saying he wanted something, and she had the wisdom not to say, I can't afford that. She said, that's not on the list today. And he kept after, and then all of a sudden, he very quietly started saying the F word. And he started saying it some more, and he said it louder, and he'd been in a daycare where there were some pretty rough kids, so he had been hearing things, She said, that is not something he heard in my family. And you can imagine it got louder and louder, and everybody was looking at her. And she knew if she gave in, this would happen many, many, many times. So she ushered him out of the store, and it never happened again. The blessings don't always appear as they are. So she knew how to stand in her truth. So the next person I want to bring up is actually a grandfather as well as a father, Eric Walrerzak. You want to come on up here? Oh. And how long have you been coming, Eric?
I've been coming about 8 years.
Wow. All right.
Well, the first thing I saw is that you don't have a shepherd's hook here. So I guess I'll be safe. And my talk is about grandfathering. And first of all, I take my role as being a grandfather very seriously. And I spent the first 2 afternoons of my grandson Sufyan's life rocking him in the hospital. And in this way, we bonded very, very early as he was an infant. And so I believe that grandchildren are our legacy for the future, and they're so important. And it's a really unexpected treasure of being a grandparent, and it's really beyond measure. And some of the treasures which come to my mind are, first, the joy of discovery, because it's really a blessing to behold a child, to see them develop. And everything that we know and do is new to them and so very important. And it's really our duty to try to work with them, to try to help them along, to learn all these things that they have to learn as an adult. The second thing is the wonder of being human. And here again, this is a blessing to behold in kids, to be able to watch your grandchild develop in things like physical growth, motor skills, speech, personality development, humor, and also social skills. You know, it's such a blessing. The third thing is unconditional love. And actually, my heart actually glows when I'm around my...
I've seen it.
So I want to foster in him the feelings of self-worth and self-confidence. And I am blessed in the fact that I live close to him. You know, we're not far away, and I get to spend time each week with him. You know, I pick him up and everything, and spend a lot of time with him. And one of the truths that I live by is a reverence for the natural world. So this is something that I wanted to pass on to my grandson. And so on his second Christmas, I bought him a fishing rod for Christmas. And of course, at two, a little over 2 years old, he couldn't do a whole bunch. But shortly, shortly, once he started to get some motor skills, I'd cast it across the living room with a sock on it, and it was a game. We made a game of it, and he would reel the sock in. Okay? And then when he could finally talk, he said, Grandpa, he says, you be the fish. So now we're having fun. He's reeling me in across the living room, and of course, I let him be the fish. And, so we made a game of it. And so we went to our camp in Maine that next year, and I said, okay, now I'm going to let him catch his first fish. So I cast a line in, with some bait on it, and of course a little sunfish bit it. So I said, hey, Sophie, I think you got a fish. Well, he pulled that fish up, and he freaked out, totally. His eyes got large, and his mouth got open, and I said, okay, Grandpa's got to be prudent here, and we'll put fishing off for another season, okay? So the next season rolled around, and he caught like 21 fish and wouldn't quit. Okay? But I told him we were going to not harm it and let it go again. So then I made a butterfly net for Sophie, and we catch and identify all kinds of fauna, insects, salamanders, spiders, you name it. And we have I have these ID books, and I gave him his own identification book. He was so excited. First thing he asked me, he says, Grandpa, can I put my name in my book? I says, yeah. Then he eyed my book, which is thicker, has more in it. And he says, you think someday I could have that book? So I said, okay, sure, someday you're going to have it. And now I see that he notices insects on his own, and he brings them to my attention, and he'll see like a butterfly, and he says, Grandpa, he says, get your camera, this is a cool one. Okay? And so grandfathering is full of unexpected treasures, and what a blessing it is to be able to help guide our grandchildren in their development as a human being. They need positive role models, and it's so important that we be that. And being a grandfather is just about the best thing in the world. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. If you've seen Eric and Sufjan together, you know pure unconditional love. How many other grandfathers do we have in here? And the grandfathers, stand up so we can acknowledge you and all that you do. Beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you all. You are blessing the world. When you carry these principles down through the generations, you are transforming consciousness around the planet. So I just want to bring you into a practice the practice of unexpected treasures. If we align ourselves with the vibration of spirit, we become a magnet to our good. And one of the ways that we can allow ourselves to become aligned with the vibration of spirit is through expectancy. So many of us look at the world and we get up in the morning and we say, oh no, I wonder what's going to happen today. Or if something's going good for a little while, we're expecting the other shoe to drop. And we have these negative, am I talking just, negative expectations. So what if we had some positive expectations that would help to lift our vibration? All of the practices that we are doing in June are opportunities for you to play with prosperity principles. The God cans are to help us become intentional about our everyday treasures, about what we have around us all the time, and realizing that there's value in everything, that money is congealed energy. Money is congealed energy. Money is only what we make it. You know that, right? We have ideas and feelings about it, but on its own, it is a means of transference of energy. Congealed. Do you know that Jesus spoke more about money and material good than any other element in Scripture except for the kingdom of God? He spoke more about money and material good than prayer, more about money and material good than love. Did Jesus think that money wasn't spiritual? Excuse me, I don't think so. Jesus knew that it was an element of God, energy, substance. It's a way of trading that we use. So everyday treasures is just realizing that we have coins around that we might not have appreciated the value of. We also have things in our houses that we might not value, but somebody else might, and so we're giving you the opportunity to release them, to clear a space for other good to flow in your lives. So the unexpected treasures, we are going to, we can do unexpected treasures with anything. You can expect unexpected treasures in any area of your life, in a relationship, in a job, or whatever, but it's very clear if you do it with money. And so the practice is to say many times a day, I expect unexpected income. I expect unexpected income. Say that with me. I expect unexpected income. We have done this several times. Every time I have prospered. It's a great way for you to play. Because what do you do? What do you do after you receive unexpected income? Spend it. Right. You get to play with this money. You get to play with the idea of tithing without touching your principal. This is unexpected income. And when you expect unexpected income, you are going to attract it because you're going to be in a high vibration. And we want to hear from you if you have this when you have this experience of receiving unexpected income, because we'd love to have you have a testimony. Please let me know, shipley@unityontheriver.org. I'd love to hear from you so you can tell us about it. So it is a great practice. And what I'm inviting you into is a whole prayer process. You can use these prayers. I have a series of affirmations that you can use when you're putting your coins into your can, or you can use if you use these twice a day. Actually, in your 3-point summary, there's a list that's quite a lot longer, but I thought we could say these together. To lift your vibration. This is a vibrational universe. When we are in alignment with the vibration of spirit, we become a magnet to our good. Does anybody not want unexpected income? Because you don't have to play. You don't have to prosper if you don't want to. But if you want to try it out, this is a great opportunity to do this. So let's read these affirmations together, okay? I seek first the kingdom of God, and all good things are added unto me. Money is a symbol of God's substance, and I use it for good. I am the perfect vibrational match for all the good God has prepared for me. Blessings continuously come in unexpected and unexpected ways. Next, I am worthy and deserving of this good. With God as my source, nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. I use my good to express my God's self fully and to bless the world. I bless Unity on the River, and I see it as a radiating center of abundant good. I expect unexpected income. Yes, hallelujah. And so, if you guys tithe on your unexpected income, does Unity on the River prosper? Yes. Who's the first recipient of that blessing? You are. You are. Anytime you're in the flow of giving and receiving, you are being blessed. We are all blessed. And as Unity on the River is blessed, we can be more of who we came here to be, and we can pay our staff. We gave a 3% increase this year, too. But we can pay for our musicians, and we can pay for everybody here. So I invite you to take that in, to take your God can and appreciate your your everyday treasures, to see the value in everything and everyone, including your coins, and expect unexpected income. God bless you. All right. So we're going to move into our meditation time. Oh, I love this. Your prayer is my prayer too. Is Jillian singing this song? Or the whole group is? Okay. We'll get Jillian then.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end? Where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen to anything you need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too.
So I invite you to take a deep cleansing breath. And once again, go into your heart space. Breathe into that place that is always praying, that place that remembers, that place that knows the truth. When we are in that place, we recognize the vibration of spirit. There's a place of peace, a place of calm. And we become an opening. When we have expectations of a negative outcome, we shut down, don't we? God's grace is continually pouring upon us. God is sourcing us in every now moment. But when we say no, expecting the negative outcome is saying no. It's not allowing the flow of spirit to move through you. We cannot make grace happen, but we can make it welcome. And we make it welcome by our vibration. By being in alignment with the giving nature that God is. God is always giving. Prosperity is not about going out and getting. Prosperity is about removing, subtracting the blocks that keep us from the availability of God's good. And so we have practices. And some of these practices make us feel uncomfortable. I invite you to allow the discomfort to inform you. Just notice what you're noticing. Perhaps you felt uncomfortable moving chairs today, moving your place. And perhaps some of these practices that we're doing this month with prosperity make you uncomfortable. Just allow yourself to feel that and see what it brings. Could there possibly be a blessing? We like to say, I'm going to say it quietly, but later we'll say it with more emphasis. This too is God. This too is good. This too is for me. And I demand to know the blessing. There's always a blessing, especially in the things where grace has brought us something that doesn't look like it's good. Behind it, God is always working for our good, always bringing us to a higher and higher evolutionary place by bringing us exactly what we need at the moment to grow and unfold into more of who we came here to be. So when we get to the place when we can bless the discomfort and say thank you for the discomfort, we will leap up to the next level and we will be truly blessed. Take these thoughts for a moment now into the silence. The song we've been singing is Your Prayer is My Prayer Too. There's only one of us, in truth. There's only one divine essence expressing in its multitude of individual ways. Do I want you to prosper? Absolutely. Do I want to prosper? Absolutely. Do I want Unity on the River to prosper? As you prosper, I prosper. As Unity prospers, you prosper. We all prosper together because we're all lifted. As I be lifted, I draw all others unto me. This is the truth. And so at this time, if there are those souls that you would like to hold in prayer, I invite you to bless them by speaking their names together out loud. Donna, you can come forward. And we send our loving light to the prayers of this prayer box, to those who have written these prayers and those who are receiving the blessing. We know God is always working in right and perfect ways because God is working under grace. So it is.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end and where do I start? need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear the worries that are in your way. There's nothing I can do to take your pain away, but I'll help you reconnect with that voice that's deep inside. Let angels wrap you in their love and let spirit be your guide. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer. Your prayer is my prayer. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Christian and Ed and Eric, please stand. Come on, stand up. Let's send them a little more love. Weren't they wonderful? Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. That was great. Fulfilled my dreams. Thank you. So this is our opportunity to open to receive your love offerings, your tithes, your blessings. We have chaplains that are available for prayer. If the chaplains would please stand or raise their hand as they're able so we can recognize you. The chaplains are here for you to know the truth for you in total confidentiality. Thank you. We are going to bless our offering. I don't have a testimonial. Did I promise somebody a testimonial? Because I didn't hear. Yes, I will tell them that. So during the offering time, we're taking the offering now, and we'll bless the offering. If you have a can, a God can, that you would like to bring up, this is the prayer that we've been saying with our God cans. The inexhaustible substance of Spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now made manifest. Oh, you found them. Thank you, Greg. So when you come up, you can silently say the second prayer there. So as you're holding your offering in your hand, let's say the blessing of the tithes and offerings together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. Greg, if you could put that second prayer back again. Oh, you have it there. All right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Jillian Clark back up, and she's going to sing her tune, The Gift of Love.
And just so that everyone knows, Jillian came with John Davies' family, who had his 90th birthday party. Was that yesterday? Friday. Yes. Great to have you here. Thank you.
This is The Gift of Love.
Fathers, happy Father's Day. We must all find a place in our hearts to love one another. We must all find the grace in our hearts to give to each other. We're fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers. Miracles are made when we pull together. One gift of love says it all. No matter how great or how small, you see, one gift of love helps someone stand tall. One gift of love says it all. All it takes is a few drops of rain to rise up a river. All it takes is a spark to a flame to start the fire. We're friends and we're neighbors, no one's a stranger. Miracles are made when we pull together. One gift of love says it all. No matter how great or how small, you see, one gift of love helps someone stand tall. One gift of love says it all. Little bit of time, little bit of money goes a long, long way. Love's the only gifts we can give, but why not give today? One gift of love says it all. No matter how great or how small, you see, one gift of love helps someone stand tall. One gift of love says it all. One gift of love says it all. What a wonderful church. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Jillian Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. One gift of love. We know that these offerings are given in love, given from the heart of all those who are the givers. And we know that they go out to bless, to multiply. They never return void. They are filled with the love energy of this community. And so it is. Amen. All right. Now we're going to have a very special ceremony to end with today, and it is the graduation or the coming of age or the, what is it? Anyway, the children. They're, the bridge. They're going to cross the bridge that takes them through their graduation from one year to the next. So I don't think they're coming in with the same song.
No, they're not. No.
Yeah, okay.
There's going to be a recording of a song, Peace, Salam, Shalom. You're welcome to sing along. It'll be great if you do. It's by Emma and the Revolution. And then Joseph Nocera will play a song while they receive their certificates. And sing along all the time. That'll be great. Peace, salam, shalom. 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 Peace, salam, shalom.
what it's called.
Seat right in front. 2 rows. On the floor.
It's bringing you the bridge.
Good morning, everyone. You're witnessing the rites of passage graduation ceremony for our youth this year. This year, I'll just let you know how many youth we have that are making this rites of passage ceremony. We have 14 preschoolers, 36 elementary students, 11 middle school students, and 3 high school students at Unity on the River right now. In a few minutes, our youth are going to walk up to the platform. They're going to cross over the Rainbow Bridge. And this bridge is decorated in the 12 power colors, starting with the color of blue for faith and ending with the color of red for life. And this is because it's a long year's journey for our children to get through. And we want them to be as successful as possible, so we know that the 12 powers are what they can use as their resource for their power and their strength as they make this journey. So what I'd like the children to do with Brandy is go back to the beginning. So everyone stand up. All the children stand up with your teachers and go back. Right there is good, Brandy. Okay. Jackson, you go back there? Yeah, we are. Okay, go back there. And I'd like to call up Joseph Norcia. Go back there, honey. Go back.
Welcome, Joseph.
And if the aisle people would make a bridge with their hands, starting with Eric, that would be nice. Please join us for Just the Way You Are with Joseph Norcia.
When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Joseph Nocera.
Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Anyone like to help me say the prayer? No. What? Oh, I'm supposed to bless them. Oh, yes. I don't want to miss that. We know we're blessed when we bless. Oh, you are the light of God expressing, each and every one of you, your own unique and individual light that you carry, touches us, heals us, transforms us, and teaches us. Thank you for being here at Unity on the River. Thank you for bringing your love. We are so happy that you are here. Would everyone join me in saying the Unity blessing? We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. All right. Thank you. Okay. This one on too. Let me turn myself off. Hi, Nathan.
Let's join in singing our peace song. Is that what we're saying? Say that?
Today we align ourselves with the vibration of the Spirit, and we remember to say, I expect unexpected income.
The love of God surrounds us. We are the power of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are nurturing to live.
1, 2, ready, and.
When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, your face. There's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are, the way you are. Yes, you're amazing, just the way you are. See your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. When you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are, the way you are. Yes, you're amazing, just the way you are.
Go, Joseph.
Thank you.
Nice, good show.